Hey golfers, Peter Finch here, and today we're going to be looking at one of the toughest shots in golf, hitting the fairway wood off the deck. Let's be honest, this shot can be terrifying. Fears of topping it off the fairway, of whiffing it in front of all your friends. Because that ball is on the ground, because you've got a wood in your hand and you want to hit it up in the air, problems begin. But don't worry, because in this video we are going to be looking at how you can hit your fairway wood off a tight lie, giving you the tools so you can wander out onto the golf course and hit these shots with confidence. Hopefully by the end of the video, this shot will not hold the same fear as it does now. So first of all, let's try and understand what the challenges are with this shot and why people find it so difficult. First of all, it is about loft. I have a 3-wood here and it has 15 degrees of loft. That is not a lot. If you're unsure about what loft is, it is the amount that the face is angled away from a 90-degree axis. In this regard, the static loft is 15 degrees. Secondly, a lot of amateurs have the wrong concept about what they need to be doing with a fairway wood. Because the ball is on the ground, a lot of players will try and help the ball up into the air. Now this is a recipe for disaster. So first of all, let's understand that loft is your friend, and even in a fairway wood where there might not be a lot, there is more than enough to help get the ball in the air. So if you strike the ball with any relative amount of consistency, this club is going to try and help get the ball up in the air as much as possible. So the first thing that I want you guys to try and get over is your fear of brushing the ground with a fairway wood. You see, the most common issue coming through impact is the club not actually returning to a position where it can collect or even strike down on a golf ball. The club is already moving upwards through the point of impact. That is why you see so many tops and so many thin shots with fairway woods. So a great drill to use is to get yourself in a setup position, which we'll go through in a little bit more detail in just one moment, and swing through and try and brush the surface. Try and find the low point of the swing. I cannot overemphasize enough about how good this drill is. It seems so simple. It seems so obvious, but honestly, swinging, brushing the ground, brushing the surface will allow you to be able to understand where the low point of a swing is. And look at the bottom of this golf club. Look how wide it is. Look how smooth it is. It is designed to glide along surfaces. This will not dig into the ground unless you really hit a bad shot. No, it won't. It'll glide along the surface unless you're really bad. But you're not. It will glide. Now we want to achieve a good solid setup position with fairway woods, which is going to help improve your swing. So firstly, we don't want the ball to be going too far forward in the stance. We don't want it too far towards the target in relation to where your feet are. This is not going to enable you to brush the ground coming through impact. So start your setup with the feet together, pointing directly at the golf ball. Splay out your left foot. You can see there the ball instantly goes onto the heel of the lead foot, and then take a nice wide step with the right. So this ball position is near the front of the stance. Now this is going to allow me to collect the golf ball, but also transfer my weight towards impact. I do not want to be hanging back here. I want to be moving into impact and collecting that golf ball. Now, I believe that this is a drill that even the great Tiger Woods once used to use, and maybe he still does in those dark reaches of the night where he can't sleep. I have a T-peg here, a broken one, which I've popped into the surface of the mat. Now, if you want to get really, really precise with this, you can push the T-peg in until only the very top is showing. Now, what do you want to do with this? It's pretty simple. So taking that setup, that little fan out and the step with the trail foot, I want you to try and move into impact and clip the T-peg out of the ground. A little bit like that. And again, this is all about low point control. If you can pop a small T-peg in the ground and clip it out of the surface like that, There's absolutely no reason that you can't find the bottom of your swing and clip a golf ball away in exactly the same manner. So we know that we want to find the low point of the swing. We know that we don't want to lean back and help the ball into the air, that we want to transfer our weight and transfer our energy into impact. But let's try and do this in a controlled fashion. So we know that there's not a lot of loft on this golf club. Now that will translate into ball speed if the strike is consistent. So what I want you to try and do first of all is move into impact, really try and feel like you're transferring your weight as you would with an iron, and collect the ball as you would with the T-peg drill. And we're going to try and keep our swing tempo about 75%. We don't want to be hitting this full out. We don't want to be too lazy. We want to move into this with a nice smooth action. Now we're not helping the ball in the air. We're moving into this like an iron, but with the setup, this should allow a slightly shallower angle of attack. Now, a nice way to visualize not leaning back through the point of impact is that as you come through and strike the shot, try and finish with your body weight posted over your lead side. Chest and hips all facing down towards the target in this nice balanced position. If you hold the finish and you feel like you're leaning back, then the chances are through impact, that's exactly what you were doing. So swinging through, brushing the surface, finishing in this finish position. So we have setup, we have a drill, and then we have that finish position. Now, you may think that all sounds fairly simple, and it is. It really, really is. Fairway woods can be your friend. You can't think of them as an enemy and something that is out to get you. If you get used to a setup and a swing where you can collect the ball nicely at the bottom of the swing arc, these can be miraculous clubs and can really catapult you towards golfing success. But let's be honest about it, just a little bit more happiness. Now, if you want to continue your swing quest and you want to improve your technique even further, check out these videos here. Before you do that, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon if you haven't already. We've recently surpassed 100,000 subscribers here on YouTube, and it would be great to push towards 150. If you've not checked us out on social media, please do that as well.